Welcome to Clartin Cancer, your number one podcast where we keep it real. Grab a cup of tea and chill out with me, your host, Antique, aka Miss Vintage Twang, Miss Butterfly Queen, the composer, vocalist, and lyricist, qualified practitioner, and empowerment influencer. Creative expression is my thing. Hi, I'm Antique. I'm a composer, vocalist, and an empowerment influencer. And I am your host, Miss Vintage Twang, aka Miss Butterfly Queen. I have a lot of other AKAs which I will let you know about as we go along, as we proceed indeed. I'm going to do probably about 10 episodes or so. I'm going to tell you all about my testimony, how my pain has become my power, and how prayer has made me even more powerful. And yeah, this is Clartin Cancer. Up until the 28th of April, I was living my life. I was performing.
Excited about today. Come on guys, make some noise! Brilliant stuff, and right on cue, we are ready to go. So, all the way from South London, can you please give it up for Antique?
You know my rain falls in summer. By night the stars come out with me. How could I ever question you? I was working in schools. Everybody, we're gonna have to. Hello, everybody. Okay, cool. So my name is Antique. We're gonna be covering crime and punishment. So.
I know what it meant. Do you know what's the one to the first one?
The what?
The first one.
Oh, what is the alternative word for knife? I was doing programs.
I'm delighted that we have the first of our motivational speakers, who is Antique. I'm sure she'll explain why she's called Antique. It was quite interesting because I didn't know much about Antique, and I looked her up on the internet, and when I saw a picture I thought I recognised that face. And we spoke earlier, and we realised actually that when I taught Pimlico School, she was actually a student at the school. Okay, which is quite amazing that we've had that journey together. I don't know how she describes herself as a singer, a lyricist, a writer, an inspirational speaker, a motivator. I will leave it to her to say what she does, because I'm sure that you will be inspired. Thank you.
What do you want to do, knowing that you can do it, having the willpower to do it, and taking action? And for me, I think taking action is about finding support. So, can? Hello. Everybody, how are you?
We're fine.
How's it been going so far? It's good. And obviously, you are the one. So first of all, I want everyone to say, I am the one. 1, 2, 3.
I am the one!
Students have been learning personal development, artist development,
and most of all how to create songs, how to write raps, how to turn their creative writing pieces into spoken word. The main thing I did was find out what they want to get out of each of the sessions.
It's really good because we can do different things with our music and get more involved in things that we wanted to get involved in. And it's just all really interactive, and you can set goals for yourself and then try and go through them.
It's just ask you just to shout out some words of how, for me to get a bit of feedback, if you liked it, if you didn't, if it was good, what you've got from it.
I was doing lots of creativeness.
Under If This Antique is Inspirational is a line of work that I've decided to promote positivity, inspiring and motivating bodies of work that I do. It could be my spoken word, my singing, my inspirational speaking and motivational speaking. I also do creative awareness workshops under my One Wing project. This line of work is... Stop it! Sorry, she's shuffling along trying to make me laugh.
I'm trying to dominate you. But own that power. Just stand for your power.
100%.
You're no
What I used
pushover.
to do, I used to dim my light, intentionally. So I get what you're saying, because it's you feel like you don't want to, overshine other people or dim them out. But what I've learned is that the more you shine, the more others shine. Do you get what I mean?
100%.
Exactly, because you're owning your shine.
That's right.
And it would be a discredit and unjust if you didn't shine.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is why we say, you know what I mean? There is no form of it. It doesn't have to be a war. It doesn't have to be a competition. It's none of that. We just work together. Trust in your energy.
In the beginning, you are curious. And it builds and it builds. And it builds and it builds. With every single mouthful, you become excited. Excited about food.
One chili, one coconut, one peppers.
The smell from the kitchen.
How long? How long? 2 minutes, chef. 2 minutes. How long on the steak? 3.
In the studio with us today. I did promise you at 11:30, but this is radio, man, so nothing ever goes to plan. But we're here anyway. 12 o'clock. She's here. Madam, if you'd like to introduce yourself for us.
Hi, hello everyone. I'm Antique, and how you doing?
See? And that what we just played there was a little something by you.
So I'm in the studio with Lucan. He's disappeared. Oh, why are you trying to hide, this big-head guy? I've been roped into hosting a little bit. It's quite fun. We've got our what's it called? Our Christmas drink. Oh, you smell that?
Then my life changed. This is Clotting Cancer. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Antique, Miss Vintage Twang, aka Miss Skanky, Miss Butterfly Queen, and I've got so many other AKAs. I've been given these AKAs by a lot of my friends and family and people. I don't know why, but yeah, they just call me all sorts of AKAs. But the main thing I like to be called is Miss Butterfly Queen because I love butterflies, as you can see. And yeah, I'm not here to talk to you about butterflies, actually. I'm here in the park, in nature. This is somewhere which really grounds me, and it's really helped me to heal. It's really helped me to know me and to really have time to think about what my next steps are. So I love to come to, you know, the park or any place where there's nature. I really do feel connected to God, and that's some of the things that have helped me get through my journey. But we will get into that throughout the episodes. I've got all sorts of people rolling through the park. I've got an opera singer singing.
all sorts. So if I get distracted, I'm sorry about that. It's called chemo brain, which is something that we're going to get into in a later episode. I'm going to let you know that all of my interviews with the people that have supported me are on Anchor. I will also upload them onto YouTube, but this is the visual part of Clotting Cancer. I'll tell you a bit about the name and where that came from. I have a friend called Jenny who I met along my journey, and she always used to say, yeah, we're baddies out here clotting cancer. And when you clot something, for me, it's like you're chopping it, you're attacking it, you know. So I was like, yeah, I love that, clotting cancer. Not fighting cancer, because a lot of people say fighting, I just say clotting, yeah? So this is Clotting Cancer. So welcome to Clotting Cancer. I am your host, Antique, Miss Vintage Twang, aka Miss Butterfly Queen, aka Miss Fabulous, aka Miss Creative. Creativity is my thing, and I remember being on Instagram Live with my mentor, AJ Hainsley.
But what's the focus? What's your focus right now with music? And do not listen before you start reeling it off. Don't tell a bag of things. Do not.
No, I'm gonna say one thing.
One thing, great. Tell
me. To get my EP completed, but you know that my whole hard drive crashed, and I lost everything. So now I have to start again.
Excuses.
It's not an excuse, but it did happen.
Is an excuse.
What do you mean, AJ?
See,
the whole of the files, the Logic files, everything's gone. So I need to re-record. I need to produce everything again. I remember I'm producing it myself. Huh?
All the tracks. Who produced the tracks?
Me. I did. And then I have a friend who comes and tweaks them.
Back up. Wait. Because you think you're not going to slide past that quickly. You know how I say. You know how I say already, yeah?
Hello, everybody who's joining. This is my mentor, AJ, and we are discussing goals, aspirations, and all of that jazz.
What I'm saying to you, who produced the tracks on there?
I did.
How did you produce them?
On Logic.
What do you mean? What does that mean? You didn't go to anybody's studio and do any of them?
No, I got a setup in my house and I recorded them in my house on my studio, and I produced the tracks myself. I just need I needed someone to mix down the tracks, the instrumentals, and mix my vocals.
You're telling me that all the tracks were on your computer and then the computer crashed and now you've not got them?
No, I saved them on my hard drive, and I was supposed to back them up 3 days before, and then the hard drive crashed. So now I'm sending it, the PC World, that was on the 25th of December. Yeah. PC World, the engineer's not there because of lockdown, but I've managed to locate someone to see if they can recover it, but it's not a guarantee. I can just try. If not, I have to start again. But I do have the guide track of it, so I can do it again. It's just that I don't know if I'll have to change it up and whatever a bit. I don't know. I just have to start again, basically.
That's why you're hard to work with, man. This is
why. What's not my fault?
Again, you see, not taking responsibility. Listen, we was working on the EP. Yeah, we was working on the EP Focus.
I decided what tracks, and then I changed my mind.
From what year? 20-something. 2015, 2014?
2016, 17. About 2017. No, 2017.
I don't want that. Just listen to what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Way too long to be working on this thing. Yeah? I don't know what it is with you, yeah, but you're holding up.
Okay, so I was on Instagram Live with my mentor, AJ Hainsley, amazing guy, and we were doing a lot of Instagram Lives talking about artists meets artist management. It was really encouraging me and inspiring me to push forward with my EP. Let me just do a little bit of a story time. I was online 2020 live on Instagram, you know, when the lockdown was in its prime, doing artist meets artist management lives. And all of a sudden, I noticed that I kept on going, and it felt like there was something in my throat. During that time, I also went to meet him at his new office space, which is in Clapham. He was like, yeah, sing for the camera. And I was like, I feel like there's something wrong with my voice. He was like, no, just sing. So I sang. He was like, it sounds amazing. It sounds fine. But to me, it didn't feel fine. It felt like there was something in my throat. So that was the first kind of like, ooh, something's not right. And I remember doing counselling online during COVID as well, 2020. I would say probably near to November, December. And I kept doing, because it literally felt like there was something in my throat. I was thinking, do I have vocal nodules? Do I have a sore throat? What's going on? Am I getting, some kind of viral infection? Do I have COVID? All sorts of stuff. And it kind of proceeded. But because I didn't talk online for as long and I hadn't performed for a while, I thought it's because I've been doing lives every Tuesday and I'm talking for like an hour, 2 hours, so maybe my voice is getting strained. I then contacted an organisation, BAPAM, the British Association of Performing Arts Medicine, and I said to them, something's wrong with my throat. I don't know if I've got vocal nodules. I just need to check my voice and my I don't know. So fast forward to like February. I remember it being February the 15th, and my mum was at my house, and it seemed like my throat was swollen, but it wasn't swollen to a degree where you would notice it's swollen. Only I was like, because it looked a little bit swollen, but it felt more swollen than it looked swollen. And I was like, Mum, does my throat, I was like looking in the mirror, like, my throat looked normal, like, what's going on? Wagwan with my throat. So I was like, Mum, does my throat look funny to you? And she was like, yeah, it kind of looks a bit funny. I don't know. My mum is like that. So I'm like, she worries about things and she might say to me, yeah, it might look a bit funny, but it doesn't really look funny and she doesn't really know. So I was like, yeah, something's not right. So I Googled, went on the old Google. Don't do this at home because you can be led down a tangent and a spider web and all sorts. But I did. I'm not going to lie to you. I went on Google and I went on Dr. Google and I was like, what can cause a swollen throat? There was anything from a viral infection to something wrong with your glands, an infection in your glands because of the viral infection, all the way to like cancer. So I'm like, whoa, okay, cool. In my head, I'm like, it's cancer. I don't know why I thought that. Like, and then I thought, no, it might not be, but I don't know, something just intuitively came into my head and told me that. So I Googled, like, if it was a infection, what would the symptoms be? Everything that it said, every list of things that it could have been, I went into the symptoms, I looked at what could happen, and a lot of them was circumstantial, a lot of them was connective, like if you had swollen glands, you may have had a viral infection. If you had swollen glands, it may have been something else, it may have been similar things. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Chemo brain. We're going to find out about that later in another episode. What am I saying? Okay, swollen glands. Yeah, so in the end, I came to cancer, and it may have said what I was diagnosed with, but I don't know. I didn't read at that time what the diagnosis was or whatever, or what it said it could be. I just saw the word cancer and I was like, okay, if it was cancer, what would the symptoms be? And what they said is if you find a lump where your collarbone is, it could be cancer. So I started feeling around here and here, and I'm like, rah, there's a lump, There's a lump. like there's a lump on my collarbone. Like there's a lump and it's hard and it's doesn't hurt and all these other things that it was saying. I was like, okay, I need to tell my mum. I told my mum. She's like, oh no, it's probably all right and blah 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 and all of that type of stuff, because obviously she didn't know. But she was like, I was like, do you think I should phone the doctor? She's like, yeah, phone a doctor. So I then called my friend, my best friend, Andre Bentley. I was like, Andre, I found a lump in my neck and I'm worried about it. And he was like, oh, don't worry about it. It's probably just nothing, and just contact the doctor and everything will be fine. I'm like, no, I don't think it is going to be fine, you know. Like, I think it could be cancer, because I Googled. He was like, oh, don't trust Google and you can't trust Google and, you know, all of that jazz. So I was like, okay, that was that. I phoned the doctor and the doctor said, it's probably just a swollen gland. And you're going to have to find out next time about the rest of the story.
Don't forget to drop a comment in the comment section or leave a message, as I'd love to hear your thoughts and answer any questions within the up and coming podcast. This is your host, Antique. I am open and I welcome you. Stay tuned for more on Clotting Cancer.